Back in between games, Pelican Rapids victorious in the first one, 69-67 in overtime, and now we can start talking tradition of Region 6A or Section 6A basketball. Off the top, Ed showed you the tournament program, the 1991 Region 6A champion, Staples Cardinals. I should congratulate you. It's probably the first you've heard of this.
Yeah, it is. Well, I heard about it on the sports at 6:30 just before we came over. I said, this is kind of funny. If I could see it on there next year, it'd be kind of fun.
Everybody knows this man. He's Lynn Peterson, the head coach of the Cardinals. His teams have won 11 of the past 13 district titles down there in District 24. This baby's marked out on the schedule for the Cardinals to play at Concordia in March, isn't it?
Well, I don't know. I didn't know it was marked out all year. It was marked out after last Friday night. That's about what we thought.
How does this team compare with some of the other teams you've had up here?
Well, I don't know. You can go, I don't think we're the most flashy. I don't think we're the most talented. I don't know if we're the hardest working. I think we're a little scary right now because we're playing about as well as we can play.
How do you get it done then?
I don't know. It's a good question. It isn't me. It's the kids that are doing it on the court. But I think that, tradition, being up here is a great time. And I think, you always want to win a district title. But I think when you can foresee what's coming up the next week, it gives you a little more of an incentive to go out and do it.
Are your two big guns Jaeger and Knights?
Needus and Jaeger and Sheeklin are the three kids that are averaging double figures for us.
Jaeger's one kid that I remember saying his name quite a bit. He plays pretty well in this floor, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's really come alive for us at tournament time now. He had 31 in the semifinals. He had 17 in the finals. Sheeklin had 18. And those are the two seniors that we got back that started for us last year. Our only other senior on the roster right now has a broken hand. So, we're kind of a hodgepodge crew. We got two seniors, a couple juniors, a freshman. We throw in another sophomore and a junior transfer student. So we just kind of go out and do what we can.
Seems to be working. What do you know about Minnewaska?
Well, I think contrary to us, they're a very veteran ball club. A lot of seniors and juniors, a lot of experience back from the three towns. Great balance, and I guess, I think we match up pretty well, but I think if we match up with them, conversely, they match up with us. There's not a great deal of size difference. I think one thing that maybe we like to say maybe we can have in our favor is a little tradition. I think one thing that they have in their favor, obviously, is the depth. So we've got to stay out of some foul trouble.
Some experts are saying that the subsection that Minnewaska came from was down a bit this year. Some of the bigger schools moved on out, for instance, Long Prairie. How about in your district or subsection? Any teams moved out? You still consider it a pretty good district or subsection?
Well, I think our subsection was very good. In fact, the only team that moved out was Henning, and that's who Minnewaska beat in the finals. But we had New York Mills in our subsection, who split with Henning during the year, Wadena Deer Creek, and they beat Henning during the year, and Pine River Backus, who beat us at home during the year. So, the top four were really up for grabs this year.
Coach, all we ask is that you top the first game here tonight, okay?
Well, I hope we can top it on the home side by 1 point, then I'll be satisfied.
Lynn, thanks for joining us, and good luck to your Cardinals tonight. Coming up next, it's Staples and Minnewaska, and we'll hear from the Laker head coach, Greg Starns, when we return to the Cobber Fieldhouse. Back at the Cobber Fieldhouse, about 5 minutes away from the start of Game 2 between Staples, the District 24 champion, winning that subsection, I should say, by the score of 56-49 over Wadena Deer Creek, and Minnewaska got to the parquet floor here in Moorhead by defeating Henning by a score of 61-54, and according to some of the experts, that district, District 22, may have been a bit down this year because some of the bigger schools, for instance, Long Prairie, the defending Region 6A champion, moved on to a different district. But this is the first year in existence for Minnewaska, a combination of Glenwood, Starbuck, and Villard. Greg Starns, a man who has won more than 333 games in 21 years as a head coach in basketball, joins us. First of all, welcome to the tournament coverage.
Great, thank you.
Great to have you here. Tell us a little bit about Minnewaska and the Laker basketball team.
Minnewaska is a formation of Starbuck, Clement, and Villard. We just opened our new school this year, so we brought pretty much 15 kids from 3 towns and 15 starters, and we're trying to make them one team, and we have a real nice team, but we're just, you watch us tonight, we'll play real well for a few minutes and then real poor for a few minutes, and we're getting better, but we're just pretty talented, but anyone that's gone through this consolidation and pairing knows what I'm talking about.
Growing pains, aren't they?
It's growing pains, exactly.
What's tougher to heal, the growing pains of the players or the communities that for so many years are so loyal to their own teams?
Much like the Clampetts and the McCoys, I've been here for 20 years at Starbuck, and I always swore I'd never, call our team the Lakers, and here we are, and it's great, but kids get along fine. The parents are getting much better now, and we knew it would take time. I thought we could rush it, but now I learned you can't. It's just going to take some time, and this was great for us. Our goal was to get here. Not that we're not going to try to win and try to get to state, but our first goal was to get to the region so people could get together, and we accomplished that, so we're going to go out and have some fun now.
Greg, you don't exactly draw a lightweight in the opening round. You don't draw a rookie team. Staples makes it a habit of being here. What about taking them in the first round?
I've told people I think they're the favorites in this region. If for no other reason, for these senior guards, you got a couple coaches' kids out here. They've been here for 3 years. They've been here. No one else has, so I look for them to be the favorite.
But it gets down to the X and O's of it. What's the key quickly for the Lakers?
Balanced scoring. The last couple of games, we haven't had that. Jason Roof's been getting 25-30, and I like them to have big nights, but we got to have our 5 guys all get between 8 and 12 points. We're a good defensive team. We don't turn it over much, and we're very deep. We're very young. We're mostly juniors, so it's just every night's a new adventure for us. You'll see that tonight.
Put it on the line, Greg. Good luck to your ball club tonight. Back with the starting lineups of Game 2 right after this.
It's the movie that sparked a new sexual revolution. Fatal
And the Minnewaska Lakers. Some new blood. And a tradition on WDAY has been for this man, Lynn Peterson. Almost an 80% winner in Staples, Minnesota, to bring his team here to the big lights. They'll do it again. Staples and Minnewaska. 2 great teams back again for semifinal action. Game 2 live at the Cobber Fieldhouse. Let's go to the PA announcer and Brett Storesved.
Concordia College, welcome to this evening to the Minnesota Section 6A Boys Basketball Tournament. Tonight's semifinal game features the Minnewaska Lakers and the Staples Cardinals. Now your starting lineups. First, for the visitors on the scoreboard, the Minnewaska Lakers. Starting at one guard, a 6-foot senior, number 10, Doug Larson. Starting at the other guard position, a 5'11 senior, number 12, James Erickson. Starting at one forward, a 6'2 junior, number 34, Ryan Shea. Starting at the other forward position, a 6'3 junior, number 40, Brian Mallion. And at the center position, a 6'6 senior, number 54, Jason Roof. My head coach, Greg Starns. And now your starting lineup for the home team on the scoreboard, the Staples Cardinals. Starting at one guard, a 6-foot freshman, number 14, Blaine Yeager. Starting at the other guard position, a 6-foot senior, number 21, David Yeager. Starting at one forward, a 6-foot senior, number 32, Kevin Cheequist. And starting at at the other forward position, a 6'1" junior, number 33, Nathan Hausman. And at the center position, a 6'6" junior, number 34, Jeff Heedy. The Cardinals are led by head coach Lynn Peterson.
Dana, some people call it old hat, but for Lynn Peterson, this is a team that was not expected to be here this year. This is a team that, in the opinion of some, has already gone a bridge too far.
Yet you listen to Greg Starns, the Minnewaska head coach, and he says, I consider Staples the favorite in this tournament simply because they've been here so many times before, and Lynn Peterson can work wonders with teams that some people may call less than average when you're talking about talent.
Root and Needham to jump center. They go baseline to baseline. The Cardinals control. Yeager to Yeager. This is David Yeager in the backcourt. Zone defense right away. Down low, putting it down as Needham.
Early on, you see how crisp the Cardinals are. Great ball movement, great offensive set.
Erickson. Back outside to Larson. In traffic. He'll walk with it, and the Cardinals will get it. Yeager. Down low, Needham again this time. Air ball. Pulled away by Shea. Shea throws it away. Cardinals again.
You worry about nerves for a team that is here for the first time.
2 turnovers already. Full court pressure. Yeager through traffic. Whoa. Baseline shot won't go that time by Needham. Follows, won't go. Loose ball. Look at these kids scrap for it. Sheeklin was really down low battling for the Cardinals. That's a walk.
Yeager can light it up. He's a senior. He's been here before. He's had some great games on this basketball floor. Had better than 30 points in the subsection semifinals.
Staples leads it. 2-0. The Lakers from Minnewaska. Nice feed inside the big kid. Roop will get it. Loose ball. Here come the Cardinals. This is Hausman. He loses it. Shea. Yeager on the turnover.
Little rugged early on.
I'll tell you what. There's an offensive. Oh! I thought that was an offensive foul with Yeager pushing off. Not so. They're going to say it's on James Erickson.
That one could have gone either way, and I think Starns and Yeager are having a little communication over there.
Yeager.
He's a dandy ball player.
Cardinals out to a 4-0 start. This is Erickson. Outside, Roop. Hoper with a basketball. Off the bench. Wow, this is physical.
This is what you call master lock man-to-man defense by the Cardinals.
Do they sell special shoes for this kind of game? Didn't take long for Lynn Peterson to get that coat off. This one's going to be on Blaine Yeager. Hoper inbounds. Mallion, baseline drive. He is going to be fouled.
Here's the drive on the baseline, and you can see that the Cardinal did not have position at all.
Houseman charged with that personal foul. Well, I tell you, this is a sloppy start for the Lakers. They're nervous under the big lights, Dana.
There hasn't been a quality shot yet. Yeager!
No. Nice feed inside. Nietzsche's nothing called. Wow, they're letting her go. Nice defensive play by Roop down low.
You can see that Nietzsche almost wanted to pick up a foul on that play.
Houseman, his second.
Lynn Peterson wants to travel, but it looked more like a hip check.
Well, Greg Starns has got to be over there thinking, what's it take to score in prime time? Almost 4 minutes has gone by. There you go. Lakers. Mallion gets them on the board. Full court pressure. Yeager. Shequin. Staples is so fundamentally solid. Shequin, nice move.
I don't know if you caught it. He moved to the left hand.
Erickson over to Root. Both teams in a physical man-to-man tonight. This is Erickson up top to Root. There's a matchup. Nietzsche and Root tonight. Shea. Shea, nice move, rejected from behind. Cleared away by Houseman. Here come the Cardinals.
But it looks like the Lakers are getting their offense on track a little bit, getting some movement, getting some better shots, but that was a great defensive block that time by the Cardinals.
Shequin, inside feed Yeager. And Lynn Peterson's got his team off to an 8-2 start. And he's going to the bench. Erickson needs help. Gets it back to Shea. Shea. Nice move to the iron, but a short. Is left short on the iron by Roop. Yeager up the floor. We're inside the 3-minute mark. First quarter's flying by. Shequin, cross court. Yeager down low. Nice roll.
Guard, Yeager really gets a lot of playing time inside.
Starns wants a timeout. He wants to stop the bleeding early. And we'll be back.
We got a team whose tricep is a little tight right now. Tournament experience isn't there for Minnewaska, but they're picking it up. They're 1 of 6 Staples, 5 of 8, but they're getting some great shots all inside. Yeager doing some nice things in the paint, dishing off.
Greg Starns, coach of the Lakers, was wondering where all those TV timeouts were. He had to use one himself to slow this thing down. No dead balls, coach. What can we do? For 3. Lakers are cold. Shot by Larson wouldn't go. Cleared away by Yeager. We're at the 2-minute mark, remaining first quarter. Lynn Peterson's team can set a brutal tone for the Lakers here in the first quarter. We got a 3-second call inside. Needus pitched to 10.
Checking back in the ball game for the Lakers, number 30, Brian Cooper.
Jimmy Erickson with the ball. 10-2. Lakers trail. They've got the ball. Larson. Stolen away. Shequin couldn't control. Erickson gets it back. Larson from 15. It's no good. Shequin. Loose ball. Larson again.
Gun shy. Didn't want to pull the trigger.
Hooper way outside to Erickson. They swing it to Shea.
There's just too much standing around right now in that Laker offense.
Larson, 2. It's down. Their first bucket in 3.5 minutes, and they're going to give him a 3. Yeager, we got a foul. That's going to be on Erickson. Kenny Bauman official tonight out of Monoman, Minnesota. Yeah, he's the football coach who doesn't lose very often.
Checking the ball game for the Lakers, number 14, David DeZingle.
See a lot of teachers in both sides of the river who officiate, really dedicated to the kids. Shot no good, pulled away by Shea. Here come the Lakers. Now Shea has got some barnyard ball in it. He gets the rebound and brings it down himself.
He's a nice-looking ball player. I think I'll try to go to him a little more. He can drive, he can shoot.
They'll play for 1. They trail it by 5. Minnewaska Lakers. A consolidation of 3 towns, Dana, and it's been tough for Greg Starns to deliver out the playing time between these kids. Hooper. Shea. He's got to do something. The Lakers. No. Shot will not fall. And we go to the second quarter with the Cardinals by 5. And I'd like to thank the committee of this section in Minnesota, Section 6, and all the administrators throughout the years who have worked with us on this. Let's roll it back about 8.5 years. Eddie Thompson down there in Barnesville. How do we say thank you? You know, I'll never forget the day we were at his lake cabin with the whole board. And after we decided to do this, Ed Thompson of Barnesville said, you know, this could be the start of something really big. Eddie.
A seer of the future.
Why do you understate things so much? Shea. The 3. All of a sudden, the Lakers are on the heels of the Cardinals.
Shea is just as good at threes as he is 2. He hits 57% of his three-point shots.
Needus won't get it to go. The battle. The loose ball. Lakers control. Lakers on a 6-0 run over the last 2.5 minutes. The feed won't go. Turnover.
Forced it inside. There was nothing there.
Boy, Needus is a nice-looking player down in the paint. Yeager to Yeager. Shequin. The fadeaway. Shea clears it away for the Lakers. Here comes Larson. to Shea. Off the dribble. The fall away won't go. Wow, they're getting after it. They're going to call it on Needus.
Well, after an ugly start, the Lakers are surviving. Trailing now by just 2. They're hitting the offensive boards here, and they're scrapping. Jason Root going for the basketball, can't squeeze it, but he does enough to create some problems for the Cardinals, and it eventually turns into a Staples foul.
Shakewood on the steal. Look at that dribble, Dana. Huh?
Killer crossover.
Did he put that baby up there with touch? Erickson. Outside to Shea. Shea, what a workhorse. Too strong. His own. Foul. Needus. He's getting in the scoring book a little bit too soon in the foul column.
As soon as he committed the foul, Needus knew he had done something wrong. Here you just play solid defense, put your hands up. Here he climbs over the back, but Shea backed into him a bit. A smart job of trying to pick up the foul by Shea.
He's the Christian Laettner of this team. Huh? He does it all.
Got a nice looking touch.
Ooh. Went. Scotty Went picks up a crucial foul.
All-Stars the Lakers, number 52, Scott Went, first personal, third team foul.
3-point game. 6 minutes remaining. Second quarter. Ed Schultz with Dana Mogck at courtside. You're watching Minnesota basketball on WDAY. Staples and Minnewaska. Yeager on the drive. Picks up the foul. He is a physical guard.
I think he's been playing since he's probably about a freshman. He's an outstanding tennis player down in the Staples area.
This kid, when he dribbles the ball on the court, he's got a real aggressive look on his face. Lynn Peterson knows he's a prime-time player. Peterson played his college basketball here at Concordia. And what a homecoming it's been over the years for his team here at the region or section tournament. Baseline. Doug Larson puts it down. Minnewaska crawls within 3. Yeager to Hausman. Hausman up top now. Yeager at the high post. Sheequin cross-court Yeager. Down low. Needus. Whoa! What do we got here? Again, that's going to be on Scotty Went.
Scott's playing time may be drastically reduced.
This
Two
second.
quick fouls, he may be coming out. He is. Roop returns.
Needus is going to sit down. Sheequin. It's out of play. It goes to the Lakers. Seth Jackson now in for Staples. Shea. Outside Erickson. Inside turnaround. Too strong that time by Malon. And, you know, he has not touched the ball very much on the offensive end tonight. Sheequin up top. Hausman. High post Yeager. nice tight zone here by the Lakers. They collapse well. They did that time, and it pays off. Shea outmuscles his own teammates for the ball. Shea, why not? I told you, because coast to coast does it all.
I told you he was a great shooter, too.
Now, when you're playing noon ball, he's a good guy to have. Because when you get tired, he can do it all.
You may not see the ball much, though, if he gets hot.
Cardinals, all kinds of backcourt pressure. Shea picks it up from Larson. Larson for three. Won't go. Pulled down Sheeklin, loose ball, it'll stay with the Lakers. 3:49 remaining, first half. It's a one-point game as Minnewaska has answered the bell.
There's a timeout on the floor.
Larson, it's 53%, Shea 57%. Sometimes you live by the three, sometimes you die by the three if you can't get him to fall.
Dana, Brian Mallion has been a little quiet for Minnewaska, and it's not his fault he's not getting the ball.
Not at all, and he's a player who averages 12 points a game. A blue-collar worker. Rex Hagen will love to have him. 10 rebounds a game.
Inside, off the pass. Root, first lead of the game for the Lakers. What had shades of a blowout has now transpired into a tight game. Nice move, Sheeklin. This guy covers about 8 yards with one step.
He's got the quickest first step I've seen in a long time. And he protects the ball well.
Shea. Kid's an athlete. Yeager, rejected by Shea. Shea has ignited this Laker ball club. When he's not doing it on the offensive end, he's doing it on the defensive end. See the kid sitting next to Lynn Peterson on the bench, Kevin Coughlin, former Bison basketball player.
Former Cobber basketball player. Had one great game as a Bison. That was in Grand Forks, I believe. Or at least one that made him famous.
Yeager, they collapse, they reject, they foul.
Greg Starnes is saying all ball. Valiant playing the D. And it looked like all ball.
Mallion charged with a foul, and we mentioned that Shea's doing it. Well, Ryan Shea has exploded here for 8 points over the last 7 minutes. David Yeager puts it down. If you just joined us, Pelican in overtime beat Breckenridge. We're in the first half here at the Cobber Fieldhouse between Minnewaska and the Staples Cardinals. Cardinals by 1 off the Yeager free throw. Sheeklin.
Getting aggressive on the defense. As a coach, you don't want to tell them to back off, but then again, you don't want them to pick up silly fouls. Not early in the game.
Erickson up top against Sheeklin. Man-to-man D for the Cardinals. Down low. Here goes Root. He's fouled.
Hausman will pick up his second. The drive, the dish.
Third personal.
And Roop all of a sudden is come alive. He started out a little quiet in this game, maybe intimidated.
He's saying, Shequin, I got some of that too, you know.
It's not Michael Jordan hang time, but it's not bad.
They all got the black shoes on. Nate Hausman has picked up his 3rd personal. Rook, Jason Rook at the line. In and out. Shequin clears away the 2nd miss. We're coming to the 2-minute mark. Cardinals with the ball. They lead it by 1. Stolen away nicely. Larson couldn't get it to fall. Yeager brings it up. He was talking to Lynn Peterson. Hausman still in the game with 3. Shequin to Hausman. That's fundamental defense right there. I mean, Nate just locked him double teamed on the base. That's not fundamental defense. That's Blaine Yeager finding a hole.
And a freshman at that.
You know, that's the big thing about playing D. When you make a play, you can't relax. You got to keep it up. David Yeager called for the personal.
All charges for Staples, number 21, David Yeager, 1st personal. Checking the ball game for Staples, number 4, Trevor Peterson.
Cardinals by 3 here, folks. Staples on a 6-2 run over the last 2.5 minutes to take the lead.
Lynn has got one young ball club at times. Check the sophomore, and he's got a freshman in there.
Seingel, shot won't go. They're going to call this one on Roop over the bat. So both teams in the bonus, and now Blaine Yeager to the line.
Blaine Yeager shooting 1-1.
Lynn Peterson's teams, over the years, we've seen them come to the Cobber Fieldhouse, have been so fundamentally sound in every phase of the game. Larson clears away the Blaine Yeager miss. Seingel with a basketball. Shea. I tell you, you can't leave him alone in 3-point land. Nice speed, down low. Won't drop that time. Hoper, and we got a replay inside, and that's going to be the big fella, Roop.
Hitting the offensive boards. Hooper with the miss. But here comes Roop from the backside. You can pick up a lot of points and pad your stats just by hustling around that glass.
Yeah, hang around inside.
You won't be skunked.
Roop, who airballed one of his last 2 free throws, ties it at 20 with time running out here in the first half. First tie of the ball game tonight. Yeager, Shequin, playing keep away. Lynn Peterson wants one shot. Yeager needs help. They're counting him off at the midcourt line. Now they'll run it. Yeager in traffic, throws it away. Oh, it was blocked. With 1 second, it will stay with the Cardinals.
Into the ball game for Lakers, number 14, David DeZinkle.
DeZinkle checks back in for the Lakers. that's it. Inbound pass doesn't amount to anything, and we go to the locker room tied at 20. Let's go to Dana Mogck with head coach Greg Starns.
Greg, you may have started out tight, but you really loosened up and played well in the stretch.
Oh, I don't know. I think the pressure's getting to both teams. We can't make a layup. We can't make a free throw. I don't know how we can win, but Jason Roop's the key. He's getting the shots now, and I think if he wants to play, he can dominate the second half. We have to get him going.
Good luck, Greg.
All right, Greg Starns, very honest about the fact that the big lights are shaking his team up a little bit, and understandably so. Well, we're at halftime, folks. Staples and Minnewaska have knotted everything up at 20. Can we take another finish like the first one? You betcha. We'll be back.
Minnewaska and Staples all tied up at 20. You may not have heard of Minnewaska. It is a school in its first year of existence. We've got a picture of Minnewaska for you. The school, anyway, to let you know what it looks like. Superintendent of Minnewaska, Dan Fremming, joins us live. First of all, take us through the birth of Minnewaska, how it came about, why it came about.
Well, it came about because we have three districts on the west central part of the state, Glenwood, Florida, and Starbuck, that had problems with the facilities being old, and the state of Minnesota came along with a grant program that allowed us to get a $6 million grant, and the voters voted for it, and so voters put another $10.5 million in it, and we have now a $16.5 million complex.
It looks like a dandy school, state of the art.
It's a beautiful place, yes.
How has the transition been, bringing three communities together into one school?
Oh, it's been just fantastic. The students come in, and you can't tell one from another. You never could. You know, they've always gotten back and forth together between the towns anyway, and the people have supported the school, and it's just been great.
Has it helped to have the success of a basketball team rally the troops together?
It helped to have a winning season in football, and helped our girls volleyball team went to the finals in the region, and now we're into the regions in the basketball, and that all helps.
Maybe you can make it a tradition, just like Staples come up here every year.
There's a sign up there that says let the legacy begin, so that's what we're hoping for.
Well, we look forward to it. Dan, thanks for joining us. We're at halftime. This baby's all tied up at 20. Back with the Staples locker room right after this. Back at halftime, let's X and O with Lynn Peterson in the Staples locker room.
Hand up. And if he hits it, he hits it. But that doesn't mean you panic the next time and go climbing all over him. Your off-the-ball defense is fine, but on the ball, you just got to slack off and get a hand up a little bit. So then, David, you're unshaved, okay? Now, you try and handle him as much as you can, okay? We'll try and get a little help for you, but then usually Larson's on the other side, okay? So, Blaine, you got to move in and help some, but I'm hoping that David can handle him so that we don't have to move you in here too much, so then they go cross-court to Larson. And then Larson's going to hit him. See? So, but you be ready if you have to help. We can't give him a layup. We can't give him a layup. Okay? Okay, so now we go short corner. Wings, what are you going to do? Penetrate the gap. Look to dish it down. Okay? If you can't dish it, and if you haven't got the good shot, then fine. Pull up. Maybe Jeff might be open coming down the half. If not, go back to Nathan. We'll start it over again. We'll start it over. Be careful about these passes. Blaine, yours aren't so bad because they have a little more zip to them, but Kevin, yours got too much of an arc. They're just reading it.
If I get it on if I get it on the baseline and I got a bottom guy on the 2-3 come on me, is Jeff going to stay higher then, or can he come down and go?
He'll find the open area. You got to find him. The bottom guy.
The bottom guys are coming way out.
The bottom guys, yeah. Well, if the bottom guy, if you get the ball here and the bottom guy comes out, you know, and if Roop's up in here, you know, I'd say Jeff's going to look to beat him. Look to beat him. If Roop sits down in here, you know, kind of look for the open area. Kind of look for the open area.
Nathan's back in defense in this.
Yeah. Okay, now what do you guys think? You want to feel more comfortable with 1-3-1, or should we try short corner for a little bit?
1-3-1, something to move.
Well, let's try a little short corner to start. Yeah, maybe we'll go some 4-1 too. Okay? All
Still in this thing. It's a half a game now. Now it's a half a game. Yeah, we'll go short corner, back man to man. You've got 3 fouls, Nathan. So you got to be tough on defense, but good position, no foul trouble. So we start the first 5 guys. Half a game, guys. Hey, you guys.
And we'll be back with the start of the second half right after this. 16 minutes away from another night of playing or not. What do you tell your ball players?
Well, we didn't make a lot of adjustments at half. We just felt the big key for us offensively is we feel if we're patient enough, we can get a good shot every time. I think we jumped out 10-2. We lost our patience, and that's what hurt us.
Thanks a lot, Lynn. Good luck to you.
Well, that 10-2 start by Pelican, or excuse me, by Staples, that 10-2 start was answered by an 18-10 run by Minnewaska the last 10 minutes of that first half. And here are the numbers knotted up at 20. Yeager, Sheeklin, Needus taken out of the game with foul problems. And over in the Lakers camp, Shea, I think, is just a juggernaut at both ends of the floor. He's really the kid that turned it around for the Lakers when things weren't going right.
Shea, did you hear Starns at halftime? He said if Roop gets her going, he feels like he's a ball player who can dominate in the second half.
Well, he said Roop's getting the kind of shots he needs. All right, folks, here we go. As little David Yeager gives me the wink here at courtside. Say, Big Ed, we're ready. All right, bud.
He should know us by a first name. He's been here enough.
These kids love playing on the tube. Yeager back to Sheeklin. Needus opens up the second half for the Cardinals.
Quality shot number 1 for Staples. That's what Lynn Peterson wants.
Erickson, he gets it over to Shea. Larson in traffic, throws it up. Needus. Greg Starnes is over there saying, I know we didn't talk about that at halftime.
That is not a play I X and O'd.
Needus airs it. Mallion clears it outside, and here comes Shea. Shea. Roop doesn't get it to fall. Misses the gimme. Sheeklin. Back to Yeager. Have you ever seen a guard play with as much confidence as David Yeager? There he is with the ball for 3.
One other ball player, Ryan Beachy.
Confidence just pours off this kid in the backcourt of the Cardinals. And there he is with the steal. Sheeklin, a shot at a layup. He's fouled. I think he's going for a primetime jam. Did you see the way he had that ball cuffed?
He had the Dr. J look, but not the Dr. J results. He's going to keep it wide here from the ball player, but he gets clipped at the knees. And I don't think he was too happy about it.
5-0 run by the Cardinals, and we've got a repeat of the beginning of the ball game. We've yet to hear from the Lakers the first 2 minutes of the second half. This could be a 7-point start by Sheeklin and the Cardinals. It is. Minnewaska. They're going cold. Shea Shea trying to ignite his team.
The foul on Neatus. He now has 3. Shea from the corner, and the Lakers had position inside, and there's Neatus over the back.
Roop in traffic, in trouble, and walking. The Cardinals will get it.
Roop would have been smart that time just to go straight up with the ball. Don't put it on the floor. Go straight to the iron. He was close enough. He was within 10 feet of the bucket. He can shoot that.
Hausman throws it away. You know what Yeager is? This David Yeager, he's right out of a mold. He's a South Dakota State little crackerjack guard, isn't he? Huh? How many times have you seen it? Roop inside, clears it out. Stein gets the roll.
Got away with a walk and hit the jumper.
(7-2) start for the Cardinals. Yeager's fouled by Shea. 5:09 remaining, third quarter. Stay tuned for News Center 6 immediately following our Minnesota Section 6A semifinal coverage here tonight. Pelican Rapids advanced with an overtime upset of Breckenridge. Sheiklin's shot no good, cleared by Shea. Here come the Lakers. Stein, 360s, little Earl the Pearl Monroe move, and he's fouled by Scheiklin. Are we digging back into the old days?
See, we've mentioned Pistol Pete, Earl of Pearl. Somebody banks a shot. I know who's coming up next.
Sam Jones. Is it Shea? Yes.
11 points for Shea now. And Staples can't shake Minnewaska.
Yeager won't go. Rebound. Mallion up to Ryan Erickson. Erickson did not play at all in that first half. This is Shea. Nice ball handling. Down low, Roop. He's fouled. Lynn Peterson said, "What do you think, guys?"
Lynn Peterson says, hey, maybe he walked. Bumped their nice dish off. And he was whacked on the hands. They're giving it to Hausman on the clock here.
That's his third. Excuse me, that's his third. Yes, it is. Free throw, down. This is a run and gap game. 7-0 run by the Cards, 6-0 run by the Lakers, and it might be 7. It is, oh, it won't. Rebound, pulled down by the Cardinals. Hausman, up top of the ball. Scheiklin. Yeager. Way outside to Scheiklin. Root. High and strong for the rebound. Larson. Root. Scheiklin. Dana, we got a repeat show here. We got a 1-point game with 3:20 to go in the third. Nobody's given anything.
Nobody's hitting from outside. Both these teams have gone cold for a while. Yeager now back at the point after spending some time on the wing.
Sheeklin. Lakers on a 6-0 run over the last 3 minutes. Down low to break the ice. It's not going to be Seth Jackson. Shea comes away with it, taken away by Yeager. Boy, is he a primetime player, and he's fouled by Shea on the reach-in. That kid can hawk some ball. It's a 1-point game. We're in the third. 2:45 remaining, and we'll be back.
Nobody lighting it up from outside. And the score indicates that.
Staples has not scored in the last 3.5 minutes. And they've been outscored 6-0 in that time. This has been a run and gap show by the Lakers and Cardinals. And all of a sudden, Ryan Erickson is logging a lot of playing time here in the second half for the Lakers. Did not see the floor in that first half.
They don't even have his correct uniform number in the program.
I tell you what.
Of course, the program didn't start out on a high by the cover.
Had the wrong champion on it from a year ago. Bruce Young gonna feel bad about that. Nice move by Sheeklin, and it's gonna be a block as he draws the foul on Roop.
Tell you, we do have 2 animated coaches here on every call.
So much for the bench rule. I like it when basketball coaches can stand up. The place is packed, it's going nuts, there's noise. How do you communicate with your players?
I think the Louis Carnesecas add to the game.
Well, yeah, and it's a great show. And the official has just got to make sure it doesn't get out of hand. That's what you're paying the guy for. I can't stand this rule. They got to make coaches sit down. It takes away from the flavor of the tournament. Sheeklin. Short. Who got it? Yeager. Jackson. It's down for a 3-point play opportunity.
Jackson's not a scorer, more of a blue-collar worker inside. He did his job. Yeager comes away with it, and what a nice feed inside to Jackson, who converts the play.
Hooper picked up his first. Seth Jackson finishes the 3-point play. The run and gap show has now got the Cardinals out in front. Inside, big play. Again, Roop answers to the bell.
Roop is a different ball player after a slow start. He may have been so nervous to start it off, but he has settled down and he's starting to play some good basketball and is really hitting the boards. This half he's going up for the ball. I think in the first half he waited for it to come to him.
Back-to-back 3-point plays by the Cardinals and then the Lakers. 2-point show here, folks. Coming up on the 2-minute mark in the third quarter. Yeager. Trevor Peterson in the ball game. Outside to David Yeager. Sheeklin saves it. Make the play, Dana. Peterson couldn't save it. It's going to go to the Lakers.
He did his best. He had to climb the scorer's table.
Shea against Yeager. He pushed him. And Yeager is starting to count him.
Lynn Peterson saying that is solid defense, nothing else. Baseline was his best friend here. He had the angle. He nudged him a bit. They're going to call her tight.
Second personal. This is Erickson. The fadeaway. Gets the roll. only the second tie of the ball game, and we're knotted at 31. Minute 35 remaining, third quarter. Take it away. Nice steal. Hooper all the way.
A sloppy pass by Staples. Very uncharacteristic.
First lead by the Lakers in the second half. Yeager. He thought about it and still got it.
The freshman hesitated, but it goes in.
Erickson down low. Hooper. Back to Erickson. To Shea. Been quiet the last few minutes. Look at these kids fight through the screens. Erickson. To Larson. To Shea. Shea adjusts the shot. Roop, too strong. Again, won't go. Cleared away by Yeager.
He should have used the backboard that time.
Lakers on a 7-2 run over the last 2 minutes. Yeager calls the play. Coming down to the wire. Tied at 33. Into the third quarter. Sequence. Shot will not count if it goes. We go to the fourth quarter. Tied at 33. Pelican Rapids, one game away from the state tournament, and one of these two teams will join them tomorrow night. And we'll be back. Each team scoring 13 points in the quarter. Staples led 31-26 with 2:35 to go. Left in the third, and now we are tied at 33, the final 8 minutes. We've already had one overtime show. Who knows? We might have another. Larson will put it in play as we start the final quarter. Back to Shea. Dana Lynn Peterson was a little concerned about the official scoring book. He thinks one of his players has been afforded one too many fouls in the scoring book, and there's a mistake. He's had an assistant coach over there talking for the last couple of minutes during the commercial break. Obviously, there won't be an adjustment. What goes in the book stays in the book unless the officials on the court change it.
Well, Nathan Hausman has 3 fouls. I think this is the foul in question. Hausman has 3, and I think the Cardinal bench thought that foul in the first half should have gone to Seth Jackson, number 43, not 33.
See, now I thought that Hausman picked up his 3rd in the first half, and the last one went to him. I thought he should be playing with 4, but that, of course, is unofficial. Tied at 33. 7:20 to go. Hausman. Back to Yeager. Sheequin, too strong. Roper. The tide is starting to turn on Staples.
Sheequin had a nice move to the hoop, but it was too strong. The shot was. And how many times you see it in high school basketball, they get frustrated after missing one and commit a foul.
Timeout, Lakers. They call the timeout before their player shoots the free throw. We were tied at 20 at halftime, and we're still tied after 3 quarters. Hooper puts the Lakers up. And Craig Starnes not at all worried about putting pressure on his players. He called timeout before his kid went to the line.
Most coaches would be concerned about icing their players. Work.
Hooper. And the Lakers by 2. Yeager. 2-3 zone for Minnewaska. Yeager. Oh, as he hit 2 big buckets down the stretch here.
The freshman doesn't realize the pressure on these shots. He's hit 2 straight.
Erickson back in the game. Larson. Roop. Here we go. Jackson. No. Hausman. Foul.
Things beginning to heat up with the 6:15 mark of the 4th quarter. Jackson misses on the baseline. Hausman with the rebound. He gets knocked on the arm, and the shot won't go down.
And that's the 4th personal foul on James Erickson. And Ryan Erickson's going to come in his place in that Laker backcourt. Hausman couldn't negotiate the free throw. Staples down by 2 with 6:15 to go. Hausman cuts it to 1. Erickson against Sheequin. Larson looking for Roop, can't find him. Hooper. Shea. Erickson really in traffic. In trouble. Roop out to Shea. Shea off the dribble. Big rebound by Hausman.
A nice job to keep the ball alive. He tapped it to himself, avoided Hopper, and pulled it down.
Yeager will go. Foul inside. That's on Seth Jackson. And Jackson, who's come off the bench tonight and taken a lot of room in the paint, just picked up his 4th personal. Check that, his 3rd. 5:23 remaining in the ball game. Lakers by 1. And Roop goes to the line, who Greg Starnes called the key at halftime. He's missed some gimmies in tight tonight, too. He keeps getting those shots. Staples is going to have to look out.
After 1 air ball on a free throw tonight, Roop has been almost perfect.
Biggest lead of the game for the Lakers. This zone defense has really taken Staples out of their offensive rhythm.
They really haven't gotten any quality shots since that opening series in the 2nd half. They're really struggling with this.
Yeager for 3. Oh, they say he had his foot on the line. They give him 2.
That was a big basket, though, for Staples.
Erickson air ball. Roop.
That Laker offense is like night and day from the first half. They are moving without the ball. knifes through the lane. He's on the far side of the screen here. Pretty soon you'll see him work off a couple of screens. Jackson doesn't pick him up, and it's an easy 2 points for the Lakers.
4-point lead for the Lakers. 4:07 remaining in the ball game. There is
And then Jeff, you're posted up on that same side, on the 5th side. Okay? Hey, now listen. If we score or don't score, there's a lot of time left. So let's just go down and play some solid defense and rebound. And then come down and get a good shot. Okay? Okay, any questions? Don't panic. No, just go out and play it. Don't get crazy so you make a defensive mistake. Do things right. Do things right. Hey, we're going to hang on to it. You've got 3. You've got 3. You've got 4. So be smart now. Don't fall now. Come on, okay? Come on, Red! Defense, let's go!
We got it. Yes, you want this now. Let's go.
Hit the board, guys. Go!
3,520 fans jamming the Cobber Fieldhouse tonight. It's Minnesota Section 6A coverage on WDAY. And these Lakers, they're giving the Cardinals all they want and then some. Yeager to Shequin. Shequin, too strong. Shea clears it away for the Lakers. Larson. What a move by Mallion.
Staples is not fighting through the screens at all. The Lakers are getting layups.
Staples' offense has turned into a perimeter passing game. They can't penetrate this thing. We're coming up on the 3-minute mark, and the Lakers go inside. Needus having trouble. It's going to the Lakers. Biggest lead of the game for the Lakers at 6 points. Lynn Peterson has got to have his team come after these guys. This is Shea. Trap. Throws it away. Yeager.
He left his feet and got caught. No one to throw it to.
Shequin. Inside. Needus. Big play. 3-point play opportunity.
Roop has done a job on Needus for most of the night, but here Needus wins the battle.
That's got to be the first time in 6 minutes they've gotten the ball inside.
Yep. With any success anyway. Well below his season average.
It's a 3-point game. 2:40 to go. The Lakers. Oh! Yeager. Shequin. Loose ball, Erickson. He traveled. It's going to the Cardinals. You see these coaches standing up, talking and yelling to their players. They can't hear them.
Their assistants can't hear him, and they're sitting next to him.
Yeager, 3! to go. Let's go listen to the Cardinals.
They're coming right at us. We're jumping. He can score every time.
Okay,
a 6-0 run over the last 26 seconds. The key, Dana, is that Staples capitalized on that Shea turnover. They came down and got a bucket. Came down and got a 3.
Three-point play opportunity. They cashed it in. And you get the feeling from that Lynn Peterson huddle. Needus is the man down the stretch. If Root plays behind him, they're going to throw it inside.
2:18 to go. Tied at 44. Here we go, folks. Shea, double team. Jump ball, possession. It's going to the Cardinals. 2 crucial turnovers by the Lakers. Houseman to Yeager. Yeager again. Yeager inside. Needus adjusts the shot. Won't go. Loose ball. Here comes Erickson. Erickson all the way.
His first points of the ball game, and they stopped the bleeding for the Lakers.
Seconds. Lakers by 2. Cardinals with a ball and a timeout. Two pressure-packed games here tonight.
Here's the last play. You remember the huddle. Peterson said, get it inside to Needus. They do. He misses the shot. The ball is loose. It's touched by about 3, 4, 5 different players. It comes loose to James Erickson, the little point guard, who takes it in with the left hand and scores his first 2 points of the ball game. It stopped an 8-0 run by Staples.
Try and get this wing up on you, okay? Look to go back to David. David might have the shot or look to go into Jeff. Lane's over here, okay? Lane, you start looking to the weak side more. Okay, now if it doesn't go, don't force it, then let's just come out and run 4 wide. Okay? Now, if they get the ball back, we don't score, we got to get on them tough. If I get fifth, that means we got to force back door cut and take it away. Cover up. 21. Go. 21.
No team has led by more than 6 points since there was 6 minutes remaining in the third quarter. It's been that close. Here we go, the final 90 seconds. Staples with the ball, they trail by 2. This is Sheeklin. Outside to Houseman. Sheeklin with the penetration. Yeager for 3. Yeager, he's a prime-time player.
His third 3 of the game. Yeager is the money man for Staples.
This is Larson. The Lakers trail by 1. There you see the time. Oh, what an incredible finish. Both games tonight to the wire. Roop in trouble. This is Shea in trouble. To Roop inside. Nice pass. Lakers by 1.
It looked like chaos for a while, but it turned out okay for Minnewaska.
33 seconds remaining. Timeout Cardinals. They've got the ball and they trail by 1. This is a primetime shot. The Yeager 3 like it had eyes.
Look at the head fake. And the shot, nothing but net. His third 3 of the night.
There's a couple of all-stars out here tonight, Dana. Brian Waltz and Stacy Anderson. They've had the camera on their shoulder for 4 hours, bringing you the action at courtside. a job they've done. What a job these teams have done tonight. Pelican and Breckenridge, Staples and Minnewaska. Now Shea was in big-time trouble, and this is really a gamble-type pass.
Great position by Roop, right in the lane, and the easy gimme inside. It looked bad, but it turned out beautiful for the Lakers.
Shea's possession had turnover written all over it, and he got out of it.
He was an unguided missile.
All right, there you see the story. The Lakers from Minnewaska lead by 1. Staples has the ball. Possession to the Lakers if they get tied up. This is what life is all about. Yeager gets a pick in traffic. Shequin. Rebound. Big board by Roop. They got a foul, and they do.
The Lakers can taste it now. Biggest rebound of the night by number 54, Jason Roop. Yeager with the create in the lane. He dishes it to Shequin on the baseline. The jumper is in, and it bounces out, and Roop is right there with a strong rebound.
Timeout Staples with 14 seconds remaining. The Lakers are going to the free throw line with a 1-point lead. Dana, you know, you can second guess this thing all you want. Yeager, who has been so hot from the outside, he takes it to the lane and does the dish. Why not dish to him?
Simply because the ball was in his hands. He had to create something. Nothing in the lane, so he dished it outside.
Okay, just like this. Okay, so we got David, Blaine, Trevor, Kevin, Jeff. Okay, David come down the court. Blaine set the screen, or Jeff set the screen. Okay, on this guy. David gets around it. Okay, Jeff rolls. If we only need 2, you can go to Jeff. If not, you look for 3 here. Blaine drops on a penetration right here. Or go to Trevor here or Kevin here. Whoever gets it, especially if we need 3, you got to put it up because we won't get a better shot than that. But get the rebound down here first. Yep, get the rebound. He's got to make them both. Go.
It was a year ago that the Staples Cardinals had a shot rim out as Long Prairie went to the state tournament. 14 seconds remaining. The Lakers by 1. Shea at the line. Oh! Shea! Fouled again!
3 seconds ticked off the clock. 3 precious seconds if you're a Staples fan. You can see Shea's reaction, disappointed, but now he has a chance to make up for it.
He does. A 2-point game. Here we go. 11 seconds. Staples can win it with a 3. Oh my goodness, it's a repeat of last Friday night. Yeager. Yeager! Air ball. Lakers win. The Minnewaska Lakers have earned themselves another trip back to the primetime lights tomorrow night. Our coverage starts at 8 o'clock. Pelican Rapids and Minnewaska. This is the last shot for the win for Staples. The freshman couldn't make it go. Hooper, the big rebound. And the disappointment in the Cardinal camp. Another incredible show. The little freshman, Blaine Yeager, with a chance to win it.
Number one, baby.
It fell short. Greg Starns, in his 21st year, now has his team one game away from the state Class A basketball tournament in Minnesota. Ryan Shea, what a night this kid had. A big assist down the stretch. Let's go to Dana Mogck. He's with Lynn Peterson of the Staples Cardinals.
Coach, not an easy game to lose, is it?
No, it isn't. You know, our kids played hard. We didn't do some things well, but, you know, I can't fault their effort. We had a great year.
What do you think told the story down the second half anyway?
You don't want me to tell you what told the story. They beat us by 2, but the thing that hurt, you know, I mean, we got Natus on the bench with 4 fouls, and he only had 3. You know, when you lose your 17-point score, and I'm not crying sour grapes, but that shouldn't happen in a region game.
So you had a shot at the buzzer again.
Well, we had the shot to win it, you know, but, you know, I guess it wasn't a bad shot, but we got a freshman taking the shot, and, you know, he rushed it a little bit, but, you know, that's part of being a freshman, too.
You knew they were going to come out on David Yeager.
Yeah, we did, and so that's why we tried to use him kind of as a decoy, set a screen for him, hopefully somebody pick him up and leave somebody else open.
Lynn, you and your team a class act. Congratulations on a great year.
Lynn Peterson of the Staples Cardinals. They come up just 2 points short. It has been an incredible night of Minnesota high school basketball on WDAY. In overtime, the Pelican Rapids Vikings advance to tomorrow night's coverage. And here, the Minnewaska Lakers slip past Staples 49-47. Stay tuned for News Center 6. This has been a presentation of WDAY Television Sports. Undoubtedly.